Now we need to adjust the structure of these walls so we can kind of pull that cladding down. Right now we can't quite do it. So I can just pick on the wall in any view, it doesn't matter, and then I go back into the edit type, puts me right back into here, back into edit structure, okay, click in here, zoom in nice and close, and watch what we're going to do. We're going to pick the modify button here, modify, and then what we'll do is you pick this little edge, pick, and then you pick this little lock. That unlocks it, okay? So if you pick on here, this one's locked. If you pick on this one's locked. You can't unlock non-adjacent layers. If you unlock this one, you can unlock this, and you can unlock this at the same time, in which case you might as well just yeah, you can unlock individual ones, okay? The key is you cannot, if I try to now lock this one, then this one here will, oh, it looks like you can. Now that might be a new change in 2012. I'll see if you hit OK. Does it let you? Extension layers at the base of the wall must be adjacent. Okay, so I thought so. So it wasn't going to let me close that off. So they have to be side by side. That's the key. So if you unlock it, it will allow me to take this edge and pull it up or down on the wall, and also set it numerically with the property. So that's all I wanted to do, is pick modify, pick here, unlock it, hit OK, hit OK. And now what I can do is I can pick on this wall, and I'll get two grips. I'll get one grip that is letting me pull that layer special up and down. But what I want to do is set it numerically to be here. Look what it says. It says base constraint and offset, base extension distance. That's this new number. That only shows up when we unlock that layer. And I'm going to say minus 14 inches. And that's going to make it go down exactly to that right point. Now watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to hover, tab, pick all of these walls, and then where it has the base extension distance, it's variable right now. There's this one, and then the other one's all different. So I'm going to go in here and set this to be minus 14 inches. Click out, and that all comes down like that. I can do the same thing with this one. Hover, tab, click, go into here, change this base extension distance, minus 14 inches, and this only shows up, this number, this field only shows up if you unlock the layer. Okay, click out. And now we'll show you later how to get rid of that seam line, but now we have a little more clean finish. And if we go to modify and double click on here, we go into here, we're going to see this now, which is a little closer to what we want. We'll get rid of that seam line. And next we'll come back, we'll put our foundation wall, and then now you can see even in section you can grab this and you can kind of pull it down a bit. Okay. And this floor is going to the grid line. Now that wall should not be on that grid line. That should be more like this. And let me just have another look here. This wall here is actually not positioned properly. The grid line should be on the core face exterior. So let's go see what's going on in grid line 3. Back to the main floor. Okay, what's going on over here? This one is, see, this one is in the right position, and I notice this one is not. So that's when we get to use our great align tool. And I think that was because I was doing some nudging actually. Yeah, look, this is 25 foot 2. That shouldn't be. So the grid line's actually in the wrong place. Pick the grid line, pick this dimension, backspace, get rid of that 2 inches, hit enter, pick out. Now the grid line's actually in the right place. Okay, that's better. Double click on here. Go in and zoom. That looks good. This looks good. There's my floor system. there's my cladding coming down the outside. Now my section isn't going up high enough. If I pick on this section, you can pull this viewport bigger by doing this. We're going to want to go up to the roof, in fact, here. So the roof's going to be up higher. We can maybe even grab these grid lines and pull them up. So this is our section, and if you look over here, this is the section we're in right here. Okay. Back to the main floor. Looks pretty good. Back to the 3D view. Oh, look, Revit saying I haven't saved lately. Do I want to save this project? Yes, I do. Shift middle mouse button. Okay, now we've unlocked the exterior layer to create what is called the base extension distance. That new variable we added by unlocking that exterior layer of our wall.